live. Oh my goodness. Let's get, whoa, that's bad. Let's get this going. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I don't normally sing, but I've been watching my friend Clownvis, and he always starts with a song. He's an actual singer. I'm just a crooner. You see a lot of head today. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't change anything here. I guess maybe this is the thing. Okay, I don't want to start there. We're just getting people in here. Hello and welcome, and let's have some fun, shall we? All right, we're going to do Howard Stern on this date. Let me start this over here. Hello and welcome. It's Howard. Let me start one more time. No one. I'm just a false start. Give me a flag. Howard Stern on this date. Artie Lange updates. Beetlejuice. Kacey Musgraves, and all the fun that's been going on the program. Hello to the folks watching live. Hello up here to you who are watching later in the day. I appreciate everybody for coming by. And boy, I didn't do a great job setting up these cameras. Now, I didn't move anything, I don't think, but hello. Say hello and tell me who you are and where you're from. We had a wonderful crowd here, and we do this every day at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And what we do is we look back. Okay. Hello, Baba Booey. Art of Floundering Media says Baba Body. I thought they were going to say Baba Booey, but they said Baba Body. But welcome to you, Art of Floundering, and thank you for joining. So what we do is we look back at moments in time from the show. We look up, now we can talk about what's going on in the show because he's actually doing shows. I'm really worried about this angle. I'm going to come over here and make sure that we look okay. Hello, Jimmy. Hey now to you. As always, take a look in the description. We had wonderful folks coming yesterday. Thank you so much. Art of Floundering Media says Baba Booey loves this stream. I love you. Thank you for so much for joining, and we'll be doing this again. We try to do it every weekday, Monday through Thursday at least. Not maybe Friday. I don't know. This Friday's will be bad. Oh, hello, Lance. Did you get an alert? Did you get the alert? Lance is here. We can start the show now. He says hello, hi-oh. So what I do also is I'll be doing my thing. I'll be reading my iPad of notes here, and then I'll take a look at the comments, and we'll enjoy some interactivity with the folks joining us. But as always, you can see that I have memberships. We have super thanks, so you can go in there. I sell shirts, so you can do that. So hello, everybody, and welcome. I don't like this angle. It's a lot of ceiling, and I pride myself on good angles. Oh, that's much better. So welcome. Thank you, Lance. I'm glad you got the alert. Do you know what song was #1 on this date? March, what day is today? By the way, it's March 19th. We'll be looking at things from this date on March 19th, from The Stern Show, from pop culture. #1 on this date, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. I shouldn't be looking down like that. I got to put my iPad over here. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Hello, Jimmy. Lots of shirts. Have you gotten any? You should. Dokken, it's not Love. No, Dokken was not in the, I don't believe they were in the top 40. But Girls Just Want to Have Fun, 1984, a wonderful year, and it replaced Jump by Van Halen at the top spot, which replaced Thriller by Michael Jackson. This is a countdown I can get into. Do you know what the #1 song the next week is? Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. This is the kind of shit I like. 1984. Wonderful year. You know what? Let's take one more look at another year in the music here. Anybody have a year they want to know about from 1980 on? 1988, we had Rick Astley, #1, Never Gonna Give You Up. Congrats to Rick Astley on this date. There's like a count right now that's putting out Casey Kasem top 40 countdowns, and it's like my favorite thing to watch. It's all Casey just doing. And the next song in the countdown is a song that was here at #1. What? Fuck, ponderous, man. It's freaking ponderous. Kacey Kasem. By the way, on this date in 2003, the Iraq War began. So this was probably some discussions to talk about on the Stern Show. We have some birthdays. Bruce Willis. Hope he's doing okay. It's sad. This is, I'm sure if Stern was still doing a death pool, unfortunately he'd be in it. But Bruce Willis no longer out. Sparky's upstairs. The dog is upstairs. He was groomed today, so he's a happy dog. He's a very can you hear? Let's see. Yeah, he's just hanging out. He'll come down. I'm going to get him on here one of these days. He didn't want to be on camera today. He said, no camera today. Glenn Close, her birthday's today, too. She was born in 47. I wish the site that I go to, I wish they would say what the age was because I can't do math. 47. Let's see. My mom was born in 47. So that would make this person 70. Glenn Close would be 70, 77. He is a Yorkie. Yorkie? So he's a Yorkshire Terrier hybrid dog. He was a Christmas present to my stepson, but I love him. He's like my dog now. It's a little guy, 10 years old. If there's like a video I actually did where you can see Sparky, he's prominent in the video. He is the video, and I just follow Sparky around while I do kind of a Howard Stern update. By the way, on this date in 1931, Nevada legalized gambling. This was the day that you could go into Las Vegas and start gambling. This created casinos and most notably, of course, Las Vegas. So this is a big day in 1931. I don't know what you're saying, Atan Udolabub. Yes, thank you very much, Lance. I do to enjoy raising a stepson, and he lives here with us, and had a procedure today. He came home and he was seemingly drunk after this procedure. I don't know what happened, but some sort of stomach thing. But he's doing well, and I'm glad he's on the mend. He's on the mend. By the way, this date in 1995, we'll do some Howard Stern stuff here in a moment. Michael Jordan returned from 17 months of retirement. He was wearing number 45, and everybody was pissed off. Like, why? Scored 19 points in the Bulls' overtime loss at the Pacers. By the way, it's Harvey Weinstein's birthday. Is he in prison? I don't know. Happy birthday. Theo Vaughn. This is a guy that I'm very surprised of the success that he's had. Was on Road Rules and now has a wonderful podcast. But Theo Vaughn's birthday is today. And again, we'll be doing some Howard Stern on this date here in a moment. Andy Reid, football coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, is in a little bit of trouble, I guess, because of his children. Let's look at some stuff from Howard on this date. Oh, there's my wife. Let's see what she has to say. She's tired. Exhausted, tired. Howard Stern on this date. So let's take a look here. This is March 19th, 1996 for Stern. And this was David Letterman making his first appearance in studio. So this also is a big deal because it was going to be placed on E that night. So they didn't normally do it that fast, but this was the day Letterman came on. This is on YouTube. You can see this. It's a great, I thought it was a pretty good episode having having Letterman on March 19th, 1996. And then yesterday we had someone talking about a Russian person. And Ian, the annoying drunk Russian, called in here on March 19th, 1996. I'm not sure if that's who he was talking about. Again, we like the interactivity, so please don't let Lance hog the chat. If you have anything you want to talk about, please get in there and start talking. If you're watching live, of course you're watching live over here. If you're watching on tape, you come here every day, weekday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 Eastern. Did you guys hear the show today? We'll talk about the show today in a little bit, but not so good, not so good. We had the Rap Summit on March 19th, 1997. This is a big day for the Big Rap Peace Summit. Howard had a bunch of rappers from the East Coast and the West Coast. What Howard wanted to do was bring the rap community together to work out their so-called feud. Before the rappers came in, Howard gave himself and other crew new rap names. So Gary became Toothio, Robin became Run IUD, Jackie became Tupac Obeer, Grillo became Notorious BALD, and Fred was still Fred. Howard became Tarzan. So the big rap summit. I don't remember this happening. I think it did happen on E, but this was on this date, March 19th, 1997, in Howard Stern show history. Again, we'll talk about the show from today. I don't know if you heard it, but I listened for a couple seconds and not so great. Not so great. All right, let's move on. March 19th, 1997, Jennifer Aniston congratulates Howard. So this is where Howard starts to become kind of woke, right? No, not yet, but it was interesting because Aniston was not a big fan of Howard early on, but this is March 19th, 1997. I will read again. Thank you to marksfriggin.com. He is the source for all of this wonderful material that you have in this program. And the headline reads, Jennifer Aniston congratulates Howard. This is March 19th, 1997. Howard said he received a telegram from Jennifer Aniston congratulating him on his movie. Years ago, of course, Jennifer was a Nutrisystem girl who came on Howard's show to endorse the product. Back then, she wasn't a star. She was just a fat chick who had lost some weight. Howard thinks he could have gotten her back then. So interesting that I think the funny word here is that telegram came in from Jennifer Aniston. This is March 19th, 1997. We're doing On This Date. If you haven't been here before, I like to say hello to anybody, and please, we like to be interactive, so if you have any comments, just jump into the comments, look at the description, you'll see all kinds of fun things. It takes a while for people to kind of come into the room, and like, what's going on in here? They'll ask questions, and I'll start talking, but as we start, I usually just kind of look at what happened on this date, and we talk about that. So Lance is a big fan. He can tell him, Lance, you tell him while I'm over here reading about what else happened here. Let's see. March 19th, 1997. Again, at the end of the show, this is from Mark's friggin'. Robin opens up, literally. Robin finally opened up with more details about the time she had butt sex with some guy she had just met in San Francisco. Apparently, she was going to the store, and the guy just started talking to her on the street. And a short time later, they were in the bathroom going at it. Robin lived in some type of women's housing and had to sneak the guy in. The dirty deed occurred in the bathroom after Robin said the guy just flipped her over. Hey, hi, Oxy Montana. I'm reading about Robin Quivers talking about her first experience in the butt. And this happened on March 1997. I can't believe she brought this up. I don't know why she would tell anybody. But thank you, Oxy. He is he or she. I believe you're a he. He's here all the time. And we love having regulars come in. Sorry about that, Lance. You had to throw a bum out of the shop. We'd like to hear more about that. So anyway, that was an interesting day on this date, March 19th, 1997. Robin opening up about her butt sex, as Mark's friggin' called it. Let's see here. March 19th, 1998. All right. It says the Losers performed Skunk one more time. So I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. Lance, of course, correcting or giving more color. Robin got banged over a sink. No dinner. Yep, no remorse. I can't believe she was living in San Francisco. Like, what? Does there need to be like a documentary on Robin Quivers? Maybe has there been one? She's got a book, but like I think I want to see like, hey, this woman has been here this whole time. Anyway, the Losers were performing a new song called Skunk with this band called, quote, The Losers. They decided to give it another try. This time, Fred would be the lead singer instead of Stuttering John. John would go back to drumming, and Brian would be out of the band. I'm not sure who Brian was. Howard was playing keyboard, and Fred was also playing guitar. So the first iteration of the Losers on this day. Navy nurse. Okay, that's right. Man, Lance knows everything. Lance has got all the information that you would ever need. And thank you very much. And that's what we do here. We interact. We talk about some of these stories. We're looking back on this date, March 19th. Hello, March 19th. I thought today was Wednesday all day. It's Tuesday. It sucks. It's going to be a long week. March 19th, 1999, Conan O'Brien came into the studio. So Conan came in. They wanted to ask about his time with Lisa Kudrow. Kudrow claims that when they got married back in 1995, she was a virgin. So this is not that first very. I don't know if you guys have seen that version at the time Conan came in the first time, and it was brutal, like the Jackie puppet. But this was the second time. So hello, Klaus. Good evening. Lance is a super fan from 1990 to 2016. We encourage super fans to come join. I always look at the wrong. This is where the camera is over here. But we're doing Howard Stern on this date. If you're just joining us, welcome in. I talk to the folks here. Hello, Atan. I'm not saying that right, I'm sure. I am from Russia. You very quickly speak, and I don't understand. What is it about your story? I'm sorry. I'll slow down. I'll go slow. I appreciate that. So what we do here, I like to, we reset. Super fan of the show from about the same time as Lance here, basically. I became a fan of the show in 1998. Super fan up through 2009, then Artie left. I was a broadcaster and producer here in St. Louis, so I did sports stuff, and I did interviews with athletes. And then I started interviewing some of these Stern folks, and the YouTube channel spiked. People started coming here to see my interview with Stuttering John, and then Kacey, and then Jim Florentine. So then I'm like, well, let's see who else is in the Stern universe that would want to be part of the show. So I interviewed Doug Goodstein and Tim Sabian and DePace and Tracy. And just got all these different names of people, and we started just talking about their time on the show and just had some fun. And now we do a live stream because I've sort of run out of names of people either that want to come on, or I haven't really figured out who else would be a good name. So we always kind of banty about some names here. And most times I say, yes, I've tried and I've asked, and they said no, or they didn't respond, or still trying to get them. So that's what we do as we look back at some moments. So just to keep the flow of conversation going, I read from my iPad here, moments from the show, and we're looking back at March 19th because it's on this date. March 19th, 2003, Stuttering John was at a WWE press conference. This is where he got interviews with Hulk Hogan, Booker T, and is this the one where he asked about the books? This is a wonderful moment. If you remember when Stuttering John asked Booker T, have you ever read a book? Because he called himself the book. Hello there, Corn Pop. You used to listen to Howard all the time, but now you literally hate the guy. That's a strong word, hate. But it is, to me, it's interesting, like, what is he doing with the show right now? If you turn it on, it's like amazing that this is what he finds entertaining. I can't imagine that if you like put him in the Ed Torian device and asked him, are you really trying? Like, is this really entertaining? Do you think this is an entertaining show? Or are you just taking the paycheck? He's gotta be just taking the paycheck, right? So back to March 9th, but thank you for coming in, Corn Pop. Hello, Lance. Lance saying hello to all. You did ask, I'm sorry, Atan? I don't know how to, I'm trying to think in Russian how you would say Ahton. But the question was favorite vodka. And the answer from our Russian friend was he hates vodka and loves Jack Daniels. I like all the above. I can enjoy a good Jack with maybe an ice cube, some vodka straight, with maybe a little lime in there. Delish. This date, March 19th, 2003, on this date, we had Goldust come in. And this was a famous interview where Goldust was in the middle of an angle in the wrestling world. And he was doing the this is literally how they name Sirius, right? But they would play these sound bites left and right. So Goldust came in the middle of the angle as if he had developed Tourette's from being electrocuted. Wonderful storyline. Anton. Okay, I'm trying to say his name right. Anton. Vodka, straight up. Thank you. Hello, Churro89. Churro69, a bull. Welcome in. Hello to everybody saying hello here on the live stream. This is what we do. We look back at moments in the show, but I also talk to the folks commenting here throughout the show. Klaus K. Get Lisa G on. Howard is securing his legacy. He did the fun, outrageous stuff. Now he is closing with big interviews and more mature. Yeah, it sucks a little. Lisa G, I've contacted, and she was not interested. I asked her a couple times, and she politely declined. Very nice, but said no, not interested. Now, Steve Langford has been on, so take a look at that. I've asked Steve to come back on, but he has not accepted that request. So, but I would love to have Lisa G on. As far as security, now he is doing big interviews. Yeah, I mean, but the interviews are so bad. This Kacey Musgraves thing, I didn't listen to it, but from what I read, it was terrible. You know, I don't know who, like, he's got this fan base that doesn't want to hear that, and the new fan base, if there is one, do they want to hear that? I'm not sure. So, vodka straight up is being said here in the chat. So that's good. Hello, Mr. Mo Fungo. Lisa G is a cold cup of coffee. We also talk sports on this program as well. So if you come in here and you have anything you want to talk about, we will talk about Stern. And we'll talk about Stern on this date. We'll talk about the current show. You can ask me if there's folks that you'd like to see me interview. But we can also talk sports today. Kyle Gibson for the Cardinals got rocked. He looks terrible. Not real excited about the Cardinals' prospects as they start 4 games in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. I think they're going to lose 3 of 4, and I think they're going to lose 2 of those games 15-2. That's so don't gamble. So Goldust was on the show, as I go back to my notes here, March 19th, 2003. I also noticed that like the last couple days, I was looking down. That doesn't look good, right? I mean, I have really wonderful hair still. Gosh, darn it, that's some good hair. But my sight's terrible, and my chin's all fat and shit. Lance says, your interview with Flair was epic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Daryl Terrell. He says, you famous, question mark? YouTube famous, maybe. Maybe. I mean, there's 15,000 subscribers to this channel, and we're ascending. I'm not famous at all. Not at all. Evil Guy says Stern has to retire. I agree. I wonder what will make him retire. Like, is he one of these guys that literally just kind of dies after a vacation, and you don't hear like, hey, by the way, Howard Stern passed at 77 years old. His show will now go to Sal and Richard. Get the Jeff the drunk on the show, says Lord Humongous. I have contacted Jeff the drunk, and he declined quickly and said no, not interested. That's what he said. Do you know Artie is back in jail, says Corn Pop. I don't believe that's true. If you know more than me, then that's interesting, but that's not what I had heard of late. So that would be bad. Hopefully not, but I believe he's going to be coming out soon to be doing his podcast and some stand-up. We'll hear from him. So I'm just reading from the comments here. Hello there, hello. Need Yucko and Sour. Sour I have contacted. I've actually talked on the phone with Sour. Wasn't recording like an idiot. I thought we were actually setting up an interview. But you can go back, and I'm going to put that one out there because it was so good. Sour started leaving me voicemails as we were trying to set up an interview. Now, I don't even know if Corn Pop. Is that true, Corn Pop? I'm gonna Google this right now. We have breaking news. Corn Pop saying Artie Lange is in jail. Let's take a look here. Da da dee, da da dum, da da tee, da da dum. That is Elvis. That's the song Elvis uses. Let's just see. Artie Lange. Hello, everybody. You should hold a seance and talk to Eric the Midget. We could do that. I've had Jan on here, by the way. Sour Shoes would be great. Yeah, I'm going to try to get him out. Corn Pop is full of it, Mr. Mofongo. Let's see. Let's go to the news. 5 days ago, Artie Lange looks healthy in newest mugshot after violating... This can't be real, is it? This can't be real. From AOL.com? That's not a reliable source, is it? This is breaking news? This looks like his old mugshot. I think someone's just trying to get clicks. Not here. We don't do that here. No clicks here. Artie is not in jail. Okay. That does not... That could be a new. Although they spell Artie Lange incorrectly in the article. The former Howard Stern Show comedian was arrested Tuesday morning in New Jersey after violating the terms of his probation, according to Daily Mail. Oh, shit. We're going to the Daily Mail. Hold on. This is breaking. Comedian Artie Lange. Let's see when the date is on this. This is the Daily Mail. That's a decent article. May 21st, 2019. Yeah, that's bullshit. All right, we're okay. Crisis avoided here, fans. Let's hope that's not happening. Corn Pop, not fun. Don't do that. You had us all worried here. Mr. Mofongo has a connection to Artie. You would know, right? He's coming out soon. There is the Daily Mail link. I can't see the links, can I? I don't know. I'll play around here. Corn Pop is full of it. All right, so we've got conflicting reports here. From the fan base in here, but I think we're gonna say no, he's not in jail. I think it'd be more out there, right? But that's weird that AOL. Who's Gary Trock? And there's no date on this either. Yeah, he's fine. Plus they spelled his name wrong. Yeah, I'll show it. We've seen this before. Yeah. All right. You know what? There's some Artie news on this date, by the way. Hey, it even told you 5 days ago, says Corn Pop. I like you and Artie in the 1998 cult classic Dirty Work. I've been told I look like Norm Macdonald. I don't know why that is, but it's been told to me through college. Hello, DJ One and Only. He's got Artie's number, and he says he's back at home with Ma, having some matzo ball soup. All right, well, this is where the show kind of gets to the point where I just kind of I have to kind of monitor what people are saying. We do a little Q&A. We start with a little on this date, and then the room fills up, and people saying, I only posted what I saw, Corn Pop says. Evil guy, when your best buddy is Jimmy Kimmel, go figure. I don't even know what that means. I will make sure I didn't miss any other comments. All right. Where's Elliot Offen? Yeah, everyone asks about Elliot Offen on this program. I don't have a phone number to him. Part of me wonders if I would interview him, or is it him? Her? I always have to ask that. You have to ask that in these days, right? I mean, you can't just assume. But anyway, hello, Ganja King. I love these names, Ganja King. I still watch 90s, 2000s Stern, such great shows. It totally is, and it gets better the older I get. And I think the thing that I miss, or I missed back in it, was just Fred playing a Jackie laugh at inappropriate times during the news. I mean, there's nothing. We had a helicopter go down. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Stern best buddy is Lefty Jimmy Kimmel, says evil guy. Correct. Yes. Yeah. What happened to Jimmy Kimmel? This guy was on the Man Show. He had juggies. Like the whole point of the show was to denigrate women, which I'm not for. But that's what he was doing, right? And he's kind of just forgotten where he came from. Lord Humongous, evil guy. Did you graduate summa cum laude from Trump University? Okay, well, I don't want to have we're not having any political talk here, folks. We're not going to do that. When Fred's Money was on March 19th, 2004. By the way, any questions or comments? Let's see. DJ One and Only. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. In the hood, I would be in the know if Artie was on Smack. He is not. I basically read that. That is a comment here. So we're having quite a discussion today, and it's great. I appreciate this. We're having some fun. Kim says Jimmy Kimmel rocks. Are you related, Jimmy? I thought Jimmy was wonderful. I thought he was funny. Let's see here. Ganja King, did D. Stern fire his whole staff? Just him and Robin now. Do you know if Artie comments on Ralph? Favorite Wack Packer, says Matthew Harriman. Yeah, we did the Wack Packer thing yesterday. Who did I think I said Sour Shoes. And then I said Beetlejuice. And then I said Hank. We did a kind of a Mount Rushmore, our own Mount Rushmore. And I think we got the folks here to kind of go along with. I think everyone said Beetlejuice, and Eric the actor, of course, was in that the foursome. Some like high pitch Eric. I'm not a huge fan. No, I didn't think he commented on Ralph. I don't believe I saw Artie comment on Ralph. Funniest Stern moment, in my opinion, was Stuck on You with Jeff the Drunk. This is Lord Humongous. Was that a woman? Wasn't there like a woman? That was a woman, right? And just a scared woman that had to be with him the whole time. That was pretty good. I also like the JD and Jared one, although JD seemed to enjoy it a little too much. So as you're coming in and saying hello, thank you for coming in to the live stream. We do this every day at this time, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I look back at moments from the show. We have a long kind of running discussion with each other. I kind of look at the comments. We go back and forth kind of as you can see us now. But I like to look in the description, take a look. If there's anything in there, you can see all the old interviews that I've done. There's super thanks and memberships. And we love when you like this and comment and share it and subscribe and send to all your friends. So all kinds of fun things you can do if you look in the description. Hello, Lord Humongous. Yeah, Jeff was handcuffed to a lady. Evil guy says, it's over, Johnny. It's over. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments. I think I've gotten through all those. Speaking of Jimmy Kimmel, this date, March 19th, 2007, Artie was on Jimmy Kimmel. It was actually the night before. But he killed, according to Artie. Artie said he got a bunch of calls about the appearance, and one of them was from Howard, and the message was very nice. Howard said Artie was very relaxed, and it appeared he was just ad-libbing the whole thing. Artie said it's much easier to do a show when you're friends with someone. I don't see Artie going back on the Kimmel Show. Does anyone think that'll happen? I don't. I don't see him being. Maybe if he comes out of hiding, though, maybe he would have him on. But I don't know. Kimmel, like the last few guests I've seen was like what, Oprah, Michael Keaton, Eddie Murphy. Like, you know, that's where you go. The big names are going now to Jimmy Kimmel because you know, Jimmy is great on the left. Eric the Midget here on this date, March 19th, 2007. Please keep the comments coming if there's any questions. I thought there was. I might have missed one. I want to read, make sure I didn't miss one because I thought there was someone asking about Yucko in here. I'm just looking at the comments. Hold on. Matthew Heineman deleted his comment or retracted his comment, so that's fine. That's allowed. Hands down, Mark Harris was the best guest. We've talked about Mark Harris a few times on this program. I did enjoy him. Even when a country's at war. I really enjoyed his songs. Again, we're not reading politics stuff here, even though Howard talks politics. I don't. We stay out of that. But this date on March 19, 2007, Eric, the actor, still against American Idol's Sanjaya. Eric called in to say he was calling because he wanted to convince him to change their minds on the whole American Idol thing. This was funny. Sanjaya went way further than he should have, and I do sort of give Howard credit for that. Let's take a look back here at the comments. Lord Humongous. Is it Mark Harris, the guy that blasted an epic fart on the phone? No, that was Mike Walker from National Enquirer. Mark Harris was married to an older woman. I can't remember her name, but he was clearly effeminate. And yeah, Martha Ray. Thank you. That's right. Martha Ray was her name. That's who Mark Harris. But Mike Walker did that. Yeah, he had the craziest loud. Well, he played the bongos too, right? The Mike Walker. And I always wondered about that segment. No one's really ever told me, but I assume that was so he would never be in the National Enquirer. Like Howard had this set up to where he didn't have to have any moments talked about. But anyway, I like to reset. So we're live here. If you're watching on tape later in the day, we go live every day. Every weekday we try, and we comment. We look back at moments on the show, and then we just kind of riff, me and the commenters. And if you want to come here and be part of it, we love it. We'd love to have you. Let's see. What is the best Ralph F up? I'll let you guys kind of, let me think that. Did Ralph confess to taking the money before he passed? Did Dice ever pay Artie the $5,000? The Vegas shows were good. So I'm just reading comments here. They're kind of all over the place. I'm trying to stick around. I can't remember Ralph's biggest F up. I did like when, was it Stuttering John woke him up from a fight and they fought, those two guys swinging like a bunch of girls. Hello, Howard Stern. I watch movie Private Parts. It's the best movie. So thank you, Anton. He's from Anton, and he is from Russia. Yesterday we had Finland and Denmark represented here in the live show. So, what money? Are you talking about the Artie money? Did Ralph confess to taking the money before he passed? I'm sure he did not. That was a card game, right? And he there was money missing, and Artie clearly convinced that Ralph took it, but he was like nicely saying, "Well, I know there was $200 there, and it wasn't there," and Ralph walked away with it. The Vegas shows were good. I did enjoy those. Sometimes I didn't really like when they kind of got out because it wasn't the same show. It was a different show, but I'm sure it was fun to be there. So taking a look if there's any other comments here. We also had Battle of the Blobs on this day, March 19th, 2007. We had Tim Sabian losing weight here. He was at 265 on the first week. He was at 257 by week 3. So Battle of the Blobs. I enjoyed when they would have the weight contest. Artie at 286 on week 1. By week 3, he was up to 293. So Artie was the only one gaining weight during this Battle of the Blobs. 293, this was in 2007, so Artie starting his climb towards 400. Hello, Kim. I like Jackie on the show early days. Thoughts on the Hack Pack, DJ One and Only? I believe the Hack Pack is still out there, right? I think I follow some of those members as they're going out and doing their thing, and good for them. I think there's some funny folks in there. Hello, Open Mic, checking in from Malibu. I love when people check in and tell me where they're at. If I was in Malibu, I'll just say this, I wouldn't be watching this. Unless you're sitting overlooking the bluff and the beautiful ocean, and we're entertaining you, I don't think I'd be watching this. But I appreciate that, Open Mic, and congrats on your time in Malibu. Maybe I'll ask you if there's any houses available next to you. It's snowing where you are, Emmett Ocean. Yeah, it's we had a little cold. I'm in the Midwest here, in the Midwest, and it was cold yesterday. Now it's 70 degrees today. I'm going to get outside and enjoy my day myself. Let's see what else. So we were looking at Battle of the Blobs. So here's what's just kind of happening this week. So that's the end of on this date portion of the program. And I'm just looking at some of the notes from the last 2 days, and it's been, he's gone on vacation, and the show, you're like, oh, okay, they're gonna tell some stories or whatever. Remember when they'd go on vacation, you come back and you just want to hear what Artie was up to, and Fred and Robin, and not as good anymore. So that wraps up my fun on this date. As I put the iPad down, I will take some questions, comments, concerns, or we can wrap up today. We did a nice 40-minute run here. We had another good crew, just chilling after a surf, says open mic. Oh, God, I love those waves out there, man. That's a great place to live. Congrats to you. You have won life. Hopefully you're enjoying life. Lance, you lived in Malibu from 91 to 99. It ain't all that bad. No, that's the first time I drove. I mean, I've been there a bunch of times, but we kind of specifically drove to Malibu 2 years ago, and it was just awesome. Wonderful wineries. We like to drink a lot of wine. This is Lord Humongous asking a very, very pertinent question here. Do you think high pitch killed Joey Boots? Do I have to go to the Google machine and check this out too? Is this another rumor? Actually, I don't know anything about that. If that's true, very strange. Is cocaine a hell of a drug? I love Rick James. Is he alive? No, he's not alive. You guys ever see Party All the Time, the video? It's quite hilarious now, the older I get, watching Rick James and Eddie Murphy, and just thinking about how just ginormous Eddie Murphy was, and he's seemingly trying to throw away his career. Hi, Hulk Hogan's tights. What type of light bulb are you running in that light fan in the back? I don't know. It's bright. It's a little bright. But you know what? We've never replaced it. It's never had to been replaced. So I think we've lived here 7 years. I haven't had to really look. Lucky me. Evil Guy, go to Laguna Beach, F Malibu. Oh, geez. Now we got a little East Side, West Side commentary going on here on the California. I do like Laguna Beach, though. I think there's room for both, right? Laguna Beach, Newport Beach is over there, and then we love like Huntington Beach. We go to Huntington Beach, kind of starts off the nice run of area there, and it's smaller, so it's not that many people. It's like that. It's not clogged up. Man, there's a YouTube channel I watch now. I don't know if you guys are going to travel. This is what I would love to do for this channel at some point. Guy just drives around with his camera just around California, like the beautiful parts of California. Goes on 4-hour drives. And shit, I'm watching these things. They got millions of views. And I'm like, I need to go there. Northern California is where I'd like to see. Hampton Beach, North Beach, New Hampshire. Hello. Is that all in New Hampshire, that beach? We're looking at a summer. We're trying to think of where to go in the summer. We want to go north. Where's that place? What's the place in Massachusetts? God, Cape Cod. I'm gonna try that sometime. So we are coming kind of to the close here. Hello, Lance. You're back in Rhode Island. I flew into Rhode Island, or flew over Rhode Island 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm like, man, this is beautiful. Rhode Island's beautiful. Lord Humongous, did you know that High Pitch Eric trained under the tutelage of Master Sensei Steven Seagal as an instructor at Seagal's McDojo? Okay, are you just messing with me? Are you just seeing how much I would read here? Of course. Is Stern finally over with, DJ One? No, he's still going. I don't know what over means to you, but he's still doing his program, and people seem to still listen, and people still come here to talk about it. But we kind of talk about the best moments and kind of make fun of the bad moments. Hulk Hogan's tights. Cape Cod is so boring, he says. So we will skip Cape Cod, all right? Mr. Mofungo, Artie won't talk about it, but I wonder how much money he was paid back by Dan the Song Parody Man. Artie too classy to talk about it with anyone. Tried to get Dan the Song Parody Man on this program. He was close. But then he had some family members kind of ill. Ross's dog's broken spirit. Joaquin Andujar was the elegant Elliot Offen of Major League Baseball. Let me think about this. I'm trying to think of cross-dressing, because Andujar wasn't wearing like dresses or anything. He was just like crazy. He called himself one crazy Dominican. I have to think about that. That's not who I think of when I think about Joaquin Andujar and the comp of Elliot Offen. Ross Dog's broken spirit said Artie said he wasn't paid back. Hulk Hogan's Tykes asks, what do you think JD makes per year? This is a subject that I've really actually wanted to get into. I'm curious and I've always wondered if these guys are paid well or not. I'm gonna guess JD makes nothing. I mean, by now but he's been there 20 years. Like, what's a good salary to everybody? I don't even know what people think is a good salary, but do you think he makes over 100 grand? Maybe by now. How much was Gary's check? I believe it was. Wasn't it like it was a 2 week thing, but it was like 50 grand or something. Like Artie was pissed that it was so much. I know Gary was making like 5 million by that point. And I think that's what pissed off Artie so much because he was like, wait a minute, I'm way funnier than this guy. It was a great time in the show when Artie and Baba Booey would go at it because Baba Booey could not land a punch. Give us 10 push-ups, brother, Andrea says. I don't think you'd see it. I could do that. I think I could do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let's see what else here. I wonder what Teddy the thieving assistant moved on to after the food truck. So was he stealing? I guess Artie said that, right? He's stealing my money, man. 32K. That's what you believe that is being made by JD. That's a very low salary, but very possibly could be, as Michael White says here in the chat. Have you not had high-pitched mic on? I did request high-pitched mic. We did discuss having him on, and he politely declined. I tried again after he started doing Cameo because I'm like, well, he's out there. By the way, have you seen high-pitched mic does Cameo? If you want to have some fun, and maybe I'll do this another time, I did it about a year ago. I went into Cameo and started looking at these guys. Scott the Engineers was hilarious. High Pitch Mike's was hilarious because he ends with his catchphrase, "This is now a party." Is Howard doing shows in New York or did it move to Florida? I believe. Oh, Gary's check was 32K for the. Okay, so then that was like for 2 weeks or a month or whatever, probably. So they're saying Gary's Delabate's checks. By the way, if you're just joining, we're live here. We go through some moments on this date, and then we head to the comments and we talk to each other and we tell questions. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm stuttering, like Stuttering Brad. I find myself not being a regular listener like I used to be. How about the rest of you, says John Aguilar. So I've been asking that question myself. It's a very hard listen. And, I was trying to make a little money off just listening to it and then kind of coming here and talking about it. It's impossible to listen to. It's just so terrible. There's just first of all, there's so many other things that I would rather be entertained by. And this is it became a hard thing to do. But no, it looks like, we're all talking about we watch these shows on YouTube. We keep an eye on YouTube, and that's how we keep an eye on the show. So, all right. I'm running out of steam. We've done 45 minutes, a good 45. We've went through some of these on this date moments. We had some good discussion here. We do this again we're going to try it again tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. How's the time? Is this a good time? I feel like in a live stream, and we got almost 40, 50 people come in and people watch it later. So I think it's a good time. Does Robin still have cancer on the... Oh, come on, DJ. I'm not reading that. People just write things and then they think I'm going to read it. She does not have cancer on her C word. I won't even say that word. It's disgusting. Good show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mr. Fungo. All right, we're going to go and wrap up. But let me know in the comments on the tape version if you go to that. If you go, if this is a good day and time. And we have a good crowd in here. I hate wrapping up. Do we have more to talk about? You guys have anything else you want to ask or talk about? I'm here. Thank you for that. I always mention go to the description as well before you leave. Take a look at the shirt shop. Thank you, Lance. Great show. You're the best. There's super thanks, and you can become a member to this channel, and we will come up with good things for the members. And I'm going to continue to try to get more guests on the program as well. If not, I'll continue to show some of the older clips, and if you've never seen those, you'll enjoy those as well. Thank you for coming by. We'll see you tomorrow again at this time. Appreciate you coming. We'll bye for now.